Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Big for One Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 76 of Winning a National Title with every team in the game. If you haven't missed any episodes, up in the right-hand corner will be a playlist of all of our episodes from episode 1 to 76. Of course, if you're unable to watch those videos, completely understand. Down in the description below will be a record of every team that we've done so far and their seasons they took to win a national championship. If you guys are new, we usually have a wheel. But in the last couple of videos, there's been comments down below to ask which team for me to do. And this one is another one of those. This time will be Georgia Southern. Last couple of times it was Cal and Kansas in the last couple episodes. So if you guys want to see me do a school, around the comment section down below. Again, make sure it's a team that we haven't done before. So like, don't say Alabama or Georgia or Clemson or Kansas or stuff like that. Just make sure it's a team that hasn't been done before, and we can get it started on here. So, but this one is going to be Georgia Southern. They are in the Sun Belt, and they're 76 overall, kind of the middle of the road for the Sun Belt. We've actually got most of the Sun Belt mostly done. I think there's still a lot of them to do, but we've done Old Dominion, we've done Troy, we've done South Alabama. We've done Marshall. We've done Coastal. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get Georgia Southern done this time. Of course, we are going to be head coach. And we are an architect head coach, which is nice. It does help, I believe, if that's the right one. It's the purple one on the far right, if I remember correctly. Does help out with upgrading. Yes, it is. With making sure the skill caps can improve. Mostly for the offense. We do have motivator as well, mostly for the offense. Running backs already have the boost, which will be helpful. And we also have some recruiter as well, which is nice. Our offensive coordinator, same thing, mostly O-line and running back. He does have scheme guru, so we will probably upgrade that first. Our defensive coordinator does have elite recruiter for linebackers, D-line, and DBs, and same thing with the elite recruiter for DBs. Linebackers and D-line, getting that additional interest for every 10 hours spent for each one of them. So that will be very, very nice here with Georgia Southern. We're taking a look at the roster. We will have an 87 overall halfback to start. Quarterback is a 77. He'll be leaving us along with a 74. So French will be the guy. Maybe Budge down here. Who knows? Halfback's an 87. We do have an 82 junior as well, so we do have two really good, decent halfbacks. Could use some speed, though, in that position. Wide receiver is a 92, and he's 92 speed, 84 overall. Bunkley Shelton. I probably butchered that name, but hopefully that was the right name. 80 overall, 91 speed, and then after that does kind of drop off into the low to mid-70s and even to the 60s and even to the 58s overall. That's not very cash money. But Tyler Fromm, tight end, 79 overall, is pretty solid. Walton, 74. So we have some decent tight ends here. Offensive line is okay, I guess. D-line, we do have an 80 overall right end. He's only a junior, so we should have him for another season. D-line, again, defensive tackles could use some help. Linebackers need help. In even ways, Watson Trent is going to be gone either way. Corner desperately needs help. Safeties are okay, and we do not need a kicker or a punter. But yeah, DBs are going to need some help there. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get season 1 out of the way, and I'll be right back. So here we are at the end of season 1 here with Georgia Southern. We go 8-4 on the season. A very nice little season. Beat Boise State, beat Nevada, then we somehow lost to FCS. We're not going to talk about it, because if we would have won there, we would have been 5-0 before losing our first game to Marshall. But then beat James Madison, Old Dominion, lost to South Alabama, beat Troy and Coastal Carolina, and then lost to App State to end the year, who also went 9-3. I mean, winning there, we would have went 9-3 and 5-3 in the conference. But we do not make the conference championship. We were tied with Marshall. We would have won that game against Marshall. We would have been in it against Texas State, who went 11-1 on the season. My goodness. Okay. But we're going to get a bowl game here with Georgia Southern in season 1, which will be nice. We also just got 3,600 XP, which will be nice as well. Dylan Gabriel wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,800 yards, 44 touchdowns to 3 interceptions on the season. Will be taking on Florida International in the New Orleans Bowl. So it is a bowl game. It's not a top bowl game, but it is a bowl game nonetheless. If we can win that, we go 9-4 on the season and probably improve some star rating on the prestige-wise. And we won? Yeah, we won. We're 9-4. Coachability goes up to an A-, and pro potential goes up to a C-, but nothing else improves. But we are now a 2-star prestige. And Georgia wins it all here in year number 1 with Texas State, Kansas State, Oklahoma, Clemson, and Oregon as the automatic qualifiers, with Miami, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, Iowa State, and Texas A&M, Michigan as the at-large bids. So congrats to Georgia for winning it all in year number 1, but it's on to year number 2 here with Georgia Southern. And here we are in season 2 here with Georgia Southern. We go 4-8 on the season. Not a great season compared to last season. We start out with a very tough schedule. USC, Fresno State, and Georgia were all losses. We beat Jacksonville State and Texas State before losing to Old Dominion, then beating Georgia State, and then losing Southern Mississippi, Marshall, Coastal, and beating James Madison for a final win of the season and losing to App State. So, unfortunately, 4-8 is not going to get the job done. Obvious. I just hope that we don't lose a lot of prestige on our school at this point, because jumping from 1 to 2 was awesome for recruiting-wise. But after that, this is someone brand new that wins the Heisman Trophy. Nicholas, I'm going to try to pronounce that. 4,000 yards, 44 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and simulate to the end-of-season recap. We did not get any awards, so that does suck. But it's fine. I'm only crying on the inside. Granted, 4-8 teams really never get any awards, as my voice cracks terribly. We do go down to a 1.5 star. Coach Prestige goes down. A lot of people like Coach Prestige. Pro potential goes up. Coach stability does go down. So might have a lot of transfers this year, which is not going to be very nice. And USC wins it all here in year number 2 with Liberty as an unranked school. Arizona, Miami, Michigan, and Alabama were the automatic qualifiers, with Georgia, USC, Florida State, Utah, Texas A&M, and Kansas State and Oregon as the at-large bids. So that's going to end Season 2, and it's on to Season 3 here with Georgia Southern. And here we are in Season 3 here with Georgia Southern. We go 5-7, one win better than last year again. We start off with a tough season. Kansas State, Clemson, then losing to Jacksonville State. Beating Houston to win our first game, losing to Marshall and Troy. So we start out 1-5. Then we won 3 in a row. Texas State joined James Madison and Georgia State before losing to Coastal, beating Old Dominion, and then losing to App State only by 2. Was this in overtime? No, it was not. It was just in normal regulation. So, unfortunately, another 5-7 year is not going to end up being great. But all in all, we're just looking for better seasons and trying to get to 6 wins to get a bowl game. We got it in the first year, but second year is not looking so hot. Neither the third. So not great seasons, but all in all, we'll kind of have to see what we're doing here with this team. Hopefully we get some big boosts here. Aiden Childs with USC wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,700 yards, 36 touchdowns to 3 interceptions. And, yeah, again, no bowl game. We'll just go ahead and simulate to the end-of-season recap. We did not get any awards again. Not surprising with us being 5-7. But all in all, hopefully this year we can get some good off-season training boosts, and hopefully we can improve this team even better for next season. Because right now, coach prestige goes down. Pro potential goes down as well. So we are not looking good for recruiting-wise. And Kansas State beats Clemson, 2 teams we played before, 49-47. I'm guessing this was in overtime. Oh, yeah. With South Alabama, again, not ranked. Kansas State, USC, Alabama, and Clemson as the automatic qualifiers. With Texas A&M, Colorado, Georgia, LSU, Miami, and Michigan, and Tennessee as the at-large bids. So that's going to end Season 3. It's on to Season 4 here with Georgia Southern. And here we are in season number 4 here with South Alabama. We go South Alabama. And here we are in season 4 with Georgia Southern. We go 7-5. Got to face South Alabama in the next in the Sun Belt Conference Championship. 7-5 though, 2 wins on last season. Not our best season though. We lost to Kansas State to start the year, beat Temple, lost to Houston in a barn burner. We were up 28-17 and lost. Gotta love it. Well, it was also 100 plus points scored. Eastern Michigan, we won 43-23, beat UL Monroe, lost to Old Dominion, beat Georgia State, lost to Troy and James Madison, before winning our next 3 against Marshall, Coastal, and App State to now face South Alabama in the Sun Belt Conference Championship game. If we win this one, that'd be nice, because it would be 8-5, having a chance to get 9 wins with our bowl game. We lost, so that's unfortunate. But hey, all in all, we're gonna be at least a 500 team, because we will get a bowl game, even though we are 7-6. I just really hope that we don't lose the bowl game to go 7-7, where we're just pretty much gaining winning percentage points every year. Unfortunately. Dylan Raiola with Georgia wins the Heisman Trophy. 4,200 yards, 48 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. That's probably why Georgia's so freaking good. And we got to play Eastern Michigan in the Cure Bowl. That's not going to be very fun because they are 9-4. But let's go ahead and simply to the end of the season recap. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we are 8-6. And coach prestige goes up because I'm tired of losing people to the transfer portal due to coach prestige. We did win. We are at 8-6. Coach stability and coach prestige go way up. B- and A+. That is really nice. And Georgia, with Dylan Raiola leading the team, wins the national title. With Boise State, Clemson, USC, TCU, and Georgia as the automatic qualifiers, with Wisconsin, Colorado, Oregon, Ole Miss, Michigan, and Alabama, Notre Dame as the at-large bids. But that's going to end Season 4. It's on to Season 5 here with Georgia Southern. And here we are in Season number 5 here with Georgia Southern. We go 7-5. Again, plus 500 season. We start out beating FCS and losing 4 straight to Georgia, Boise State, Fresno State, and Marshall before winning 6 in a row to James Madison, Coastal, UL Monroe, Old Dominion, Georgia State, Arkansas State, and then losing to App State to end out the season. So that 6-game winning streak definitely helps out. Granted, it was teams that were not great. Besides Coastal, they did go 7-5. But unfortunately, losing to App State late in the year does not help. So, unfortunately, no Sun Belt Championship for us this time. We lost the last one anyways, but we are going to get a bowl game, which is nice. And hopefully we can win that one to go 8-5 and continue to increase this star prestige that we'll have for the team-wise in the next couple of seasons. Tevin wins the Heisman Trophy, 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, 5 interceptions for Clemson. I'll be taking on Navy in the First Responder Bowl. So hopefully we can get this win. We're just going to, again, simulate to the end of the season recap and see how we do. Hopefully it's a win on Navy. Hopefully we are 8-5. Hopefully. And we are 8-5. We go down in pro potential and coach stability, but I guess that's okay. And USC defeats Miami in overtime, 45-33, with Louisiana Tech, FAU, Clemson, Tennessee, and USC as the automatic qualifiers, with North Carolina, Oklahoma, Miami, Notre Dame, Texas, and Washington State and Oregon as the at-large bids. That is going to end Season 4, or Season 5. Yeah, Season 5 on to Season 6. And here we are in Season number 6 here at Georgia Southern. We go 9-3 on the season, 7-1 in the conference, having to play South Alabama, who's 10-2 on the year, and 7-1 in the conference as well. 9-3, not bad. We beat Kentucky, then lost to Sam Houston and TCU, who ended up going 10-0. We had a very tough early on. Besides Kentucky, I mean, a combined total of 32-4. At the beginning of the season, oh well, but at the end, 10-2, 12-0, and 10-2, and we even beat Eastern Michigan, Lost to Old Dominion, then we went on a roll. Louisiana, Georgia State, Arkansas State, James Madison, Marshall, Coastal, and App State. Before now, South Alabama, and I'm hoping we can get the win, because if we do, there is a small chance we make the college football playoff. Very, very small. But we just signed a 5-star halfback, so that'll help us out. We are 9-4, so that means we did lose. I am sad. But hey, another bowl game, I guess. That will be nice, at least. But hopefully next season we can get into the college football playoff, and then you never know what can happen. Enrique Crespo wins the Heisman Trophy for Miami, 2,800 yards, 36 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. And we'll be taking on Eastern Michigan in the bowl game that we got. In the Ventures Bowl? Sure. We're going to simulate the in-season recap. Hopefully we go 10-4 on the season. That would be nice. To kind of go from there, I hope. And we do. We are 10-4. Coach stability, coach prestige go up, and pro potential also goes up, and that's very, very nice. And USC is the first time double winner, I guess, here in this one, with Louisiana Tech, USC, Miami, Georgia, and TCU make it as the automatic qualifiers, with Texas A&M, Missouri, North Carolina, Texas, Oklahoma, and Syracuse, Ole Miss as the at-large bids. This is the second time we've seen USC win it all in this video, but hopefully we can stop that next season. Anywho, it is on to Season 7 here with Georgia Southern. And here we are in Season 7 here with Georgia Southern. We go 12-0 on the season. Ole Miss, Hawaii, Sam Houston, FCS, South Alabama, who ended up going 10-2. And other than that, a lot of 5-7, 4-8, 6-6 teams, and then till App State, where we won 34-17 against a team that went 8-4. So kind of an easier schedule this year. So hopefully we can get this win here against South Alabama and eventually get the bye. But let's see what we do here. Hopefully we can get the win, and we'll have a really good bye going into the college football playoff for the first time. And it looks like we did win the Sun Belt. So we are 13-0 on the season. Nick Tuttle wins the Sun Belt Offensive. I thought it was going to be a Heisman Trophy. I was like, what? But no. We did win Coach of the Year, so that's nice. We'll take that. Jason Redman wins the Heisman Trophy. 37 catches, 1,700 yards, and 28 touchdowns is kind of insane. But we did not get any awards, and we're actually going to be in the first round, so we don't even get a bye. We are actually the 4th overall, or the 5th overall team to get one, with Georgia Southern, Kentucky, Oregon, Kansas State, and Clemson as the automatic qualifiers, with Michigan, USC, Florida, Rice, TCU, Cal, and Texas as the at-large bids. So this one will be a tough one here against Florida, and hopefully we can pull off a win. But let's get started here against 10-3 Florida. Florida is an 87. We are also an 87, so hopefully we can use that and hopefully pull off a win, because we're even overall. Winner again takes on Oregon. We are the home team here. And we're going to start on defense first in this one. The defense gets a stop. Offense gets stopped as well, but nothing after one for both sides. Second drive, we do get a touchdown to take the lead, and unfortunately nothing after. So 7-0 here after one. I did change of possession, not the quarter. Oops. Third quarter, we get a field goal. So we're up 2 scores here on Florida going in the 4th, and we get a turnover. That's a big first down, because if a touchdown, it's a 3-score game with 5 minutes to go. Defense gets a stop. And we were up 20-0 on Florida. They do get a touchdown on one play, but it's now 2 minutes to go, and they're still down 13, having to go 99 yards. They end up doing so, but that was a dominant win. I don't care the 20-14 score. I mean, it was just 2 blown plays that kind of got them a touchdowns. But we're going to take the win 20-14 and move on to go play Oregon in the quarterfinals with getting a win in the college football playoff. It's kind of weird. I think this is one of the first times I've won a conference title and we not get a bye. Excuse me. So, but we do, again, face Oregon in the Rose Bowl with Michigan, us, TCU, and Texas all moving on in their games. So, again, another tough matchup. So, let's get started. Both teams are 13-0. Or I guess we're 14-0. We're both undefeated at this point. Oregon is an 89. We are an 87. So, hopefully the defense can prove what they did last week wasn't a fluke in holding Florida to only 14 points. And granted, it was big plays that got them there. Hopefully we can stop those big plays here against Oregon. But we're starting on defense first. And the defense gets a stop. The offense gets a field goal. Then a turnover by the defense. And we take a lead 10-0 over Oregon after the first quarter. And we get another field goal. And it's 13-0 at the half. So pretty good first half by the defense. Still nothing for Oregon here going into the fourth quarter. And we get a touchdown to start and the 2-point conversion. But here comes Oregon. 21-7. We're going to hopefully eat up some time. We have to punt. But they got to go pretty far. 4th and 3, they do get a first. But there's only 2 minutes left and we get a turnover. That might do it. 50 seconds left. It is going to do it. And we're going to be defeating Oregon 21-7 and moving on to the semifinals. I just scratched my leg and it hurt. I don't know why. Don't worry, there's no blood. We're good. I scratched it on my chair. Ow. Anyways, moving on to next week. Hopefully, again, the defense can continue their dominant run here with another pretty good win and get a nice little national championship. But we got to go through Michigan. We have to go through Michigan. Every team that had a bye did not win. So it's 8-12, 6 and 7. Going to be taking, hopefully, the winner for a national title game. So all we got to do is defeat Michigan, and we got to face TCU or Texas in the national title game. But let's take, what in the world? So let's get started here against 11-4 Michigan. Again, we are 15-0. They're at 89. So just like Oregon's overall, hopefully, again, the defense can get stops and the offense scores some points. And if that can happen, we're going to go play Texas or TCU in the national title game. We're going to start on offense first in this one. And we get a field goal. Defense gets a stop, and it's 3-0 after one. We'll take that all day. And then we get another field goal. So 6-3, and now it's 13-0 until they get a touchdown before the end of the quarter. Make it 13-7, and they don't take the lead, and we have a chance to extend it, and we need to because we're only up 1 score, and there we go. Now we're up 2. The defense, I mean, granted, as I say that, we give up like a 4-play touchdown. But the defense gets a stop, and now we are in field goal range, but we cannot be turning the ball over there. Now Michigan has momentum, and they tied the game with 1:41. But we are in field goal range. We're running out the clock. We get a field goal with 14 seconds left, and that's going to do it. Georgia Southern is going to the national championship game with a 24-21 win over Michigan. Again, I'm not being mad at my defense. Giving up 21 points against Michigan is pretty good. We also hold them until the fourth quarter, and then that's when they start scoring their points. So, all in all, we are 1 win away. And we are facing, once we get through all the player of the weeks here, because, again, we're probably the only ones playing. Probably for both sides, yep. 7 catches, 103, and a touchdown on Michigan's defense. Pretty good. We're facing TCU in the national championship game. They defeated Texas 44-26. This will be a tough one. So let's get started here against 13-3 TCU. And they are an 87, so we actually are even in overall. First one since Florida. But hopefully the defense can continue getting stops, and the offense puts up points. That's what we need to happen. And we're going to start on offense. Speaking of offense, we're starting on offense first. I can't talk now all of a sudden. It is super late when I'm recording this, but we do get a touchdown to take the lead 7-0. TCU will tie the game and take the lead, but we take the lead back in TCU, and back and forth. 21-17 lead for Georgia Southern, now 24-17, and they tie the game in the third. Here we go in the fourth. The offense is picking up the defense here, though. 4th and goal. We do have to kick a field goal. So do they. 3 minutes to go in this one, and it's a tie game. 4th and inches, we punt the football, and we give up a touchdown in 2 plays. However, we get a touchdown in 3 plays. What in the world is this game? Can we get a stop on 3rd and 5? We don't. We give up a huge touchdown. We get first down and the touchdown. We do get a first down, but we have to kick the field goal. And now we need a stop on defense. 2nd and 10, 3rd and 11, 4th and 11, and they get a stop. Both teams get the 2 points again. We get a stop, and then we get it. Georgia Southern has won it all. On a, I think, what was it, 5 overtime game? 50-48. I think this is one of our highest scoring national championships ever. I could be wrong. Granted, I've done 76 of them, and they've all just kind of disappeared into my head, so there may have been one more, but 98 points is kind of insane. But Georgia Southern has won it all. Excuse me. With a 50-48 win over TCU. 5 overtimes. I'm pretty sure it's 5 because, yeah, we tied it again, or they tied it, then we took the lead. So, yeah, it had to be 5 overtimes. But checking out the stats before we go, Tuttle, 3,700 yards, 37 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. So every 100 yards, he had a touchdown pretty much. Rushing-wise, Kesey had 830 with 10, Tuttle 622 and 4, George with 526 and 4, and Durant had 31 and 2, along with Bada having 1 carry for a touchdown, and Sony had 3 carries, 2 yards, and a touchdown. Durant also had 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Another George had 819 with 10. Clark 745 and 8. Lasco 597 and 3. And then a couple guys here with only 100 yards, but a touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. And Dunbar, his 1 catch was a touchdown. So there you go. Defense, we had 2 guys with 67 to tie for the team lead. We also had 2 guys with 10 tackles for a loss to tie the team lead. Snodgrass had 12 sacks to lead the team. Toner had 7 interceptions to lead the team. We did force a good amount of fumbles and recovered a good amount of fumbles. We had 1 blocked kick. We did not have a safety and no defensive touchdowns. Kicking-wise, he did miss 60. What? I saw 99. And I saw the 60 or the 59 touchbacks. He missed 6 field goals from 50+, but other than that, that's all he missed. He did have 1 blocked, but did not miss an extra point. Punting-wise, 2,300 yards, 7 inside the 20, and 8 touchbacks. And we did have a punt return touchdown. We did not have a kick return touchdown, though. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you guys did, hit that like button down below. It's free. As my throat just pisses me off. If you guys did like the video, hit that like button down below. It's free. Really helps out the channel. And if you guys do want to see another team to have me, I guess, win a national championship with, let me know in the comment section down below. If I don't see anything, the wheel will turn on Monday. There'll be Monday's episode for episode number 77. So if I do see a team, we'll definitely do that, but just let me know in the comment section down below. As long as it's a team we haven't done yet, obviously we can't say Georgia Southern, we can't say Kansas, we can't say Cal or Alabama, Georgia, Clemson, stuff like that. So in the description will be all the teams again. Just make sure you just don't say another team that we've already done before. Anyways, I'm going to be heading on out. Obviously, the next 5 days we'll have another episode, but then I'm going to take a much-needed break. May 4th, I believe, is that Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday will be no videos. So, anywho, hope you guys have a great night, day, weekend when you guys are watching this. I know the NFL draft just got done too, so hopefully you guys had a great draft, or if not, I don't know. Anyways, y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace.